The camera is on, I'm on, whatever happens, so we're good together again, and I'm talking American. Hello everyone out there in amazing YouTube space in entire inestimable internet land, in particular just huge, uh, ever spreading, ever stretching, and ever else going forward YouTube space, and me included. I'm the part of this world, and you're also just in that picture of my today's video shoot of whatever universe kind of design, the whole layout kind of thing, and all together going forward with our ideas, with our silly attitudes, and I'm getting like always getting sidetracked on something else as I go through some subject. I always run out, or words relating to the first track, and when I lose them, I switch to another subject, and it's like my stream of consciousness goes all the time, and creating all the footages here at my premise, at my weird hall of my own creation, and getting out through all these footages that I've made in a whole while of my channel, just which has pretty good longevity, and just recommends that activity. This activity I sit out just out of some I don't know, and like, they really give it justice to my ever going and huge desire to speak some American, and now I'm like getting to the point that I don't need anyone to speak with. I'm speaking to myself, and that was the reason why I launched this channel, because I wanted to speak. I wanted to sound out the materials that cluttered up in my brain, and I want them to become sounds, but I didn't have anyone to talk to at the time, and that's why I kind of reconsider something like in my mind, and I pop up with the conclusion that I can seamlessly do it myself with my own wanting, with my own desire, and that's my decision, and nobody can or could, I should say, in that instance, influence me from the outer side, because if there is a will, there is a way, and I figured my way out myself, and I control what I can control. I cannot control. I cannot control. I cannot control those people that I didn't want and still don't want to communicate. Why would they communicate with me if they don't know me? If they why would they have their time with me speaking or talking or practicing American if they are already Native Americans? So they don't have their good reasons or any reasons of doing so, because they're not advancers of the American, the advancers of their lives, and the only person that had the time and desire to advance his American was me, and that's why I, again, just called it to that for English name, and that's because I want to dive deeply in my American. I still want to dive deeply in my American. There is no bottom in the ocean of English, and if there is some bottom, I haven't reached it yet, because I dive too deep, and when I dive deeper, you see only ever spreading, ever going downwards blue, and nothing except that. So guys, kind of like my shitty fluffy minute nothing preamble, we've got it out of the way, but I also have some good subject to speak with, and if I round sounds, if I smooth them or connect them together in a smooth way, not separating words separately, something redundant, I know, but I said it for the purpose of saying it out loud again, the word redundant. So I like that it sounds. It's weird, I know, sometimes when you're like foreigner to your beloved language, or like you're advancing only being adult, and you do not get the right reason why you allow those sounds. I allow American sounds. I allow them all. I allow them being muffled, being smooth, being blended, being distinct, being being barely heard, and different accents of different Americans, and more than anything else, I love standard American accent that they speak very rapidly, but with standard American accent, so I do not fucking make any efforts to understand what they say, because they're all clear, they're all distinct, they're all like sonorous. All the sounds, they are sonorous, and they're heard very vividly, distinctly, and I hear them well, I understand any speed they go, I understand everything because it is a standard American, so-called standard American accent, and I also know where they speak that standard American accent, do you? And maybe in California, but in New Jersey they speak more like New Jersey, like that kind of thing. Jack, hello. If you're watching this shit, I understand why you're watching this shit because you're Native American. You love learn languages, you love I don't know language exchange thing, and thanks for being my life, Jack. Be good all the time. As soon as I get something like I don't know my higher position. My ability to work and live my days, then we will be together again. I promise we will. So, anyway, where are we gonna go today? Today we're gonna go to what? I was promised to have some interview with for my future job position. I don't necessarily like that particular job position or opening they have. They still don't have that opening, but I run for not opening. If you get what I say, and I was promised an interview with from the team members, and now I'm all preparing to do that. I'm learning new materials for my coding. Outline the whole layout of whole web app, and I'm all designing that. Yesterday I did what? Yesterday I installed the initial adjustments of the project. I started it. I checked how it worked, and I embedded some features already there, basic functionality, I see, and then I pushed that to GitHub, and then I still didn't install libraries because I want to do that following some online teaching materials after finalizing this shoot. I'll be doing that. I hope I will. So anyway, you're not gonna rush forward, you're gonna stumble forward. There's one guy once said on YouTube channel, if you're making your way easily with no hindrances on it, that's the sign of you being on the wrong track. If you're making your way with hardships, with stumbling block and sticking points, and you're barely able to move, but you're stumbling forward, you're making little progress little by little, that's the sign of you being on the right track of your life. So I'm all in anticipation. I'm headed the right track, and because I meet all those fucking hardships and stumbling blocks, every minute I meet them, and all my friends, all my colleagues and counterparts, all those temporary, I don't know, difficulties. And I haven't said that word in a while. Difficulties. I always replace that with the hardships, stumbling blocks, and sticking points and hindrances. Then I was at school, I said difficulties, but now I use more advanced words, but I don't fucking care what I use. I just speak, I breathe it, I inhale it, I exhale it, and that's fucking it. Be good, you're all sentient for whatever we're doing. I'm grateful to you for doing so, and I still fucking know why you're watching this shit. If you're watching this shit, if you watch this long, I'm applauding you. Be good, you're also doing it once again. I'm fucking know what you're doing better, Brexit American. And that being said, already read the shit up. Slam up for right now doesn't work our ways anymore. We can do it our ways wherever we want. Be good, you're all peace out. See you all around, get all guys very soon. Be good, thanks again for staying tuned, for being my life. Be good, you're all. Peace out.